All right, folks, we're back with this is a big time beer, big time heavy hitter right here.
Well, we'll see. I know you have had this before.
I have.
I have not.
I think I sent you this one or I brought it down. I can't remember.
Yeah, this is one that you brought down in your package of beers that you brought down. And the funny part was, I put it away.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we're going to review this in the future. And then I was moving and I opened up my beer fridge and I'm like, holy crap, I got a CBS. We need to review this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And not just any CBS. It's the 19, folks.
2019. Sorry, I'm not used to my camera being down here now.
Good. This was the last year of the CBS, and these are my last two CBSs. So we're going to enjoy these together because that's the best way to do these things.
So there will be no chugging. There will be just enjoying and sipping of this one because this is the only one I'll ever have. So it was bottled on October 1st, 2019. It is 11.3.
Yep.
ABV, and let's see what founder says. So CBS was born when we stumbled upon some bourbon barrels that had previously housed maple syrup. We opted to put the same base beer as KBS, an imperialized version of the breakfast stout, in the maple barrels, and after one taste, we knew we had something special. Hints of rich maple syrup, roasted coffee, and velvety chocolate held together in what can only be described as a transcendental?
Transcendental, yeah.
Yeah, drinking experience. I'm not even drunk and I can't read. It's going to be transcendent is what it's transcendental.
Now, I will tell you kind of there's been some really, really good heavy hitting barrel aged stouts that we've had over the last few years. This was one was it like 2020? I think when I started my journey in all this barrel aged madness, and this one there was 2 4-packs of this left on the shelf, and I just took them all. I've had this. I don't really remember, like I don't remember the exact notes of this, but I know it's a lot like a KBS, just a little sweeter.
Yeah, because the maple.
And
but we do have our Ojisan beer score that we're going to go through. So we have 5 categories. We have the pour, which you have the right glass, right?
I do not have the tulip glass. I've got my stout glass for this one.
Okay, so it's going to be a bad pour for you.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good.
We have the smell. We have the taste. We have the mouthfeel.
Yep.
And then we have the mustache ride. And that's just the lingering effects, the stickiness, all that stuff. So that's what
I'm gonna say it's been 3 years since I've had one of these, and these have been sitting on my shelf and your shelf for that entire time. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be like a whole new beer for us.
And this is the first beer review in the new house.
Yeah,
like new background. Last time we did it, like you saw the stairs behind me and all that stuff. And we're back in it.
I'm gonna miss the stairs, man. That was like your spot right there.
That's okay. When you come up to the house now, you're gonna see, just awesomeness.
Well, I'm glad I got to go visit and record in your house before you moved off to a new one, because that's, I think, me and Micah and your dad, and is that the only ones that's been there and recorded there with you?
Yep.
Oh man. What a special club.
I know, right? Out of 7 years that I lived there, there was only like 2 people from work that ever came by my house.
Wow.
Like I do keep my work and personal life separate.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can't because my best friend works with me every day. So
yeah, that's weird. It never ends, folks, and we're damn happy for it.
All right, we're delaying. We're delaying. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, let's crack these things.
All right, so founders, CBS. Look at that horsey.
Now, I do have the 2. I've got an 18 and a 17, and I can still get the 18s, but I can't get any more 17s. The 17 was the last year where they actually had the Mountie on the horse.
The Mountie? Mount me?
Yeah. If you find one, and those are the big giant bottles, I think they're 20 ounce.
I think I
find
can
one with a
find.
bounty.
I think I can find some. I think I
Yeah.
can, but we'll see. All right, let's open this up. It's a Founder, so I'm very careful because Founders has been known to ruin keyboards.
Oh man.
That smells a lot more chocolatey and
Yeah.
sweet than I thought it was going to.
Well,
Anyway, let's
yeah,
get to the pour.
KBS is kind of have that illusion sometimes too. But look at this. I'm doing it right, man. Oh,
Look at that.
I'm taking my time.
That is a good pour. Oh, so pretty.
Oh, look.
See, it was all about your pour, man. It was all about your pour.
Better
So
get
for
every
me-
last drop out of this thing. Oh, come
For
on,
me,
camera.
The pour is it's a 2, man. Like
Yeah.
it's a good pour. So I'm going with a 2.
Yeah, I mean, you could just look at that in your mouth, like just starts watering looking at that thing.
I'm trying hard not to jump ahead. Like I wanted to sip it, and I was like, no, I gotta wait.
Now you know it's always like we may have to have bonus points for like the smell out of the neck, you know, the barrel.
Oh, the bottle, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good smell, but I don't think this one changes much.
Not a whole lot. There's a little bit of a, I don't want to say hoppy, kind of hoppy smell out of the glass.
It just reminds me of like dark fruit.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. And look at that lacing already. Look how sticky that dang thing is.
For smell, I love the smell.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I'm looking for. It does remind me a lot of the Sir Isaac with the dark fruit, like sweetness smell. So for me, the smell, I am also gonna rate it a 2.
Yeah, it's a 2 for me too. This was one of my first big boys I tried. I remember hunting down KBS and CBS because back then KBS was an annual thing like the BCS was, so it was a big deal to find them. And I found them
KBS
all.
just everywhere.
Yeah. Now this is going to have kind of that KBS coffee foundation, so there is going to be a lot of coffee taste in this. So it's going to be a little sweeter as far as I remember, but I do remember that this is a KBS. It's been barreled in maple barrels. So
man, it's so dark, you can't even see through it.
Oh. That nose.
All right. So here we go.
All right.
Cheers, brother.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Oh.
It's got everything that we talked about, but it's got like a little sweet, like a sweet, sour, fruity kind of finish.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of the coffee aftertaste. It's got a little bit of bitter, but it's not as bitter as a lot of our other ones that we had. But I think that may be cut by the maple.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Well, and this thing, you know, it's been sitting in that bottle for 4 years, so it's almost 4 years, 3.5.
That is an amazing stout.
When we did the Fudge Mackinac KBS, this is more what I was expecting, and it was a lot more coffee forward.
Yeah, this is what I was imagining that would have tasted like.
Yeah.
But I gave my rating for the last two first. So Jimmy, what do you have for taste?
Taste, man. This is where I'm going to split hairs a little bit. It's almost a 2. It's almost a 2, but I'm giving this bonus point, so I'm giving the taste a 1.5. It's getting a 0.5 for the unique flavor. You're never going to taste this again.
I do like it. I do love it, but it's not a 2 for me. It's a 1.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it any bonus points to that aspect, but it's amazingly delicious.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is, uh, I was expecting this for the fudge Mackinac. I was not expecting it for this.
Yeah. Well,
I was expecting this to be a little bit more chocolate.
mm-hmm.
I mean, the cocoa nibs and stuff, I think, is a little bit underrated.
Yeah.
In what this is, I think the maple is a lot. Again, nothing's wrong with it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I am rating it a 1 instead of a 2, just because.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I, I,
I'm
I don't
giving
know
it a
how to
half a point
describe
of
it.
respect. I'm just giving it an extra half a point out of respect because I know what this thing is, but it's not as like it didn't blow me away like a Sir Isaac. And I can't believe like that's not in everybody's top 10, the Sir Isaac.
It will be once. I still have to send Lori one from the giveaway.
Yeah.
Once I get everything settled, and then Dad, when he comes down here, he'll have his. And I grabbed a couple for you, my friend.
Hell yeah. Well, and I'm coming down in like May. I'll be at your house, and I will bring these other two. Like if I'm flying, I'll have to figure out a way. I think I can put them in my bag if I fly. I'm not sure how that works, or maybe I'll mail them to you, and then I'll just fly down there.
You ready to do the old school?
Yeah, let's hit
For
it
the
old school.
taste? Let's
Now,
do it.
it does have a little bit of a slight bitter coffee hit at the end, and I think that for me,
That's like way
yeah,
at
yeah,
the end. It
yeah,
doesn't
not
come up until after it's completely out of your mouth. There's like, there's a little bit of coffee there.
I think if we ever do get both of us have that French toast bastard, it's going to be a whole lot like this.
Well, I was gonna enjoy that, but evidently San Antonio UPS likes to break stuff. So I think Todd said he's gonna send another one.
All right,
I don't
all
know.
right, old school clouds and
Cheers.
stout style. Cheers. Mm.
You know, we talked about your radio station.
Yeah.
And how music and stuff, it'll bring you back to a day. Like it'll bring you back a memory. And I know we said we never wanted to go back to like 2021, summer of 2021.
Aspects of that. Yeah.
Yeah, certain aspects. This stout right here, just the flavor profile brings me back to 2021.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's so good. And I love it. Look, it's still.
Yeah, this is amazingly smooth too because it's aged. I think about 4 years is like that golden time, to age one of these on the shelf.
And with that, I know the taste did not get a 2 for me, but the mouthfeel, it's a perfect mouthfeel for me. So it's going with a 2 for the mouthfeel.
The mouthfeel on this, it feels like chocolate milk. Like it's got a chocolate milk mouthfeel. Like it's just perfect.
It's smooth too. Like some of these, like let's not exaggerate. Sometimes when we drink some of these high value stouts, these barrel aged, sometimes they are so high ABV.
Yeah.
Like it might be too much. Like you're sitting there like this burns my throat more than like if I was just drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
It tastes good, but it's just too much. This is that perfect line.
Yeah.
Like I know it's only 11.3 and we laugh now because like, oh, it's only 11.3. Most people, if we were to hand them beers that were 11.3, they drink like 2 of them and be passed out on the floor because they're used to like Michelob Ultra and like 4.5% beer.
Yeah. Dude, I've got to get you one of those assembled armors. That was 15% and it was smoother than this.
No kidding, man.
Yeah. This is almost a perfect beer. It's just for me, I think if they would have pushed forward a little bit with either the dark fruit or the chocolate aspect of this, I think it would have got a perfect 2. But it is very good. Like this is getting high praise. So
mouthfeel, you're going with the 2 as well.
Oh yeah, And the mustache ride. It's not a super sticky mustache ride, but it's there.
It sticks around. Like I've intentionally, purposely not trimmed the mustache for these beard reviews. Like it is purposely hanging over the lip just so I can do that. And it's a lot sweeter on the when you're sipping than the mustache ride. It is sticky, but again, it doesn't have that coffee bitterness that throws it all off. Like it is just a really good stout. So for a mustache ride, and this is where I will give the 0.5, my bonus point. I will give it a 1.5 for the simple reason of I don't get that. I don't get that hug. I don't get that Kentucky hug.
Yeah.
It may be too smooth. How is that possible?
Yeah.
It just goes down so well. Like I could very easily chug this, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. The hug is there, but man, it's a real gentle Kentucky hug. It's mustache ride for me. I would love to give it a 2, but I'm also giving it a 1. And it's like, man, I want my lips to stick to the glass. Like, if you watch the Assembled Armor video, like my lip was just like chocolate brown and it was sticking to the glass every drink I would take of that thing. But this is, I mean, really, honestly, if somebody wanted to try their first barrel aged beer and you handed them this, they would be hooked. And I mean, it's sticky enough. Look at that.
Besides the 2020 BCS, like this is one of your first, man. This is what brought you into the world. So I understand. I can't imagine what it tasted like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's it probably tasted if I remember right, it had a lot more of that coffee forward flavor back then. It's mellowed out a lot, which is going to be interesting with those 2021 BCSs. We're going to try those in about 2025, and maybe they'll mellow out.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want this to end.
Yeah, look at the lacing that still happens with this.
I'm just saying what is good and what's not to me.
To yeah, that's right. To us. For the most part, our palates align. We wildly separate when you start getting into the sours and stuff like that.
Because sours are delicious and amazing.
Sours are just one step above IPA for me. So,
you fucking son of a bitch.
All right, folks, we love you. We'll see you, and you guys keep rocking and just take care of each other.
See y'all in the next one, guys.